And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 95, 56.
54 miles. Your track.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
We're good. 5-4, red.
A give to Kamara running right. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Alert. 3 down. Jam.
53. Hey, exit.
To throw, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Check 26.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Slam. Hey, watch it.
5-9.
Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. There we go. Kill. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 46.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
1st down, Dallas.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready,
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We go 21.
Here's Breeze. And complete, right side to Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go.
Sammy.
Breeze now on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check. Easy, opposite.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Cooper was the target there. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They come out here in the eye. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now they'll run. Murray. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's now 4th down and goal.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Over.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Kamara try the right side, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Breeze. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Prescott now. That one complete to Elliott. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Check 48, come on. It's just me and you.
11. Hey, Alpha.
Right, 48.
Return.
Back to throw, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott to throw on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready, 95-56. 95-4. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Ready, 5-8.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just